How you doing? Today I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool. I'm going to be making ham deli meat. So I'm going to show you step by step how we do it, and let's get rolling. So here for the meat I'm using a pork tenderloin. So you want a cut of meat that's really lean. And pork tenderloin, usually you get it at a good price. So when you buy it and you get ready to do this, you want to trim off like all the silver skin, anything like that. And you're going to need 1,000 kilograms of pork loin for this recipe. And when you get ready, you want to cube it into small squares like this, and then take a smaller amount like this, and we'll mince this to mix into that. So I'll finish cubing up the meat real quick. So just small cubes is all you want. This makes a really good lunch meat. It's easy to make, takes a little time because we're going to cure it. So finish cubing this real quick. You don't have to be exact with this. Okay, so now we're going to mix. First thing we're going to do is get our meat in the bowl. We're going to put the big chunks in the bowl. It's 1,000 kilograms of pork tenderloin. Let me move my scale out of the way. Then we're going to take the other meat and mince it. And I'm going to use a Ninja for it, because I don't want to clean my meat grinder for this much meat. I just want to mince it a bit, and this will do the job. So we get it in the Ninja. Just mince it. That should be good. And like with all this stuff, be careful you don't cut yourself on the blades. Now, we're going to add the minced meat to the bowl. Next thing we want to do is we're going to add 20 grams of salt and 2.5 grams of cure. And I use the pink curing salt. It has a pink like food color in it, so you don't mix it up with your regular salt or anything else. You can get it plain white or with the pink in it. And cure in something like this is very important because you don't want to take the chance on spoiled meat and botulism, which could be a really bad situation. So you want to make sure that the meat is fully cured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my salt and my cure to 3.5 ounces of cold water. I'm also going to add 5 grams of sugar. I'm going to mix that up. Mix it up good. Making this lunch meat isn't hard at all. It just takes time. That should be good. And we're going to add our salt, our cure, and our sugar directly to the meat. Then we're going to get in there with our hands and mix it around good. We want everything mixed up really good. Let it absorb all that cold water, the salt, and the cure. Wash our hands quick. Okay, now, next thing we want to do is get this into a meat press. And a meat press is this. It's a stainless steel container, basically a mold. And we're going to put all of our mixture into it. Just spoon it in there. I paid $10 for this pork tenderloin. I have a huge piece of it left that I'll probably slice and grill. So it's pretty good value for 10 bucks. I mean, I'm gonna get deli ham for sandwiches, which I love. Good ham sandwich. And I'm gonna have some grilled pork tenderloin for dinner. So there we go. We have it in our meat press. Now, this is a follower and it has a heavy spring on it. So we want to put that in on top of the meat. This is the lid. It has locking tabs that fit in these 3 sections. And it can be hard to get locked in. But that's the whole point of pressing it. I gotta see where the tabs are. Okay. Give it a turn. There it is. It's a bit of a struggle, but it needs to be because that spring is going to compact the meat. So now we have our pork tenderloin, we have our salt, we have our cure, we have our sugar, and the cold water in the press. We're going to put a thermometer in it that goes in the top lid and right down into the meat. This is going to go in the fridge for 3 days. And the reason why is because that 3 days is the curing period. So we're going to pop it in the fridge, and then at the end of the 3 days, I'll show you how we finish the ham. We're back. We're going to cook the ham today. The ham's been in the press for 3 days in the fridge. That's the cure period. So now we need to cook it. And it's important that you have to have a pan big enough to hold the press. And you want to fill it full of water, but you don't want the water to come up to the lip of the press. So the meat's down about here. You want the water level to be over the meat, but not up to the lip. So we'll get it in the hot water. I'll show you a picture of this. Now, we want to get it on the stove, and we want to bring the water temperature up to about 190 degrees. We don't want to boil it because then you risk it getting in the press. So it's going to sit on the stove about 190 degrees, and it's going to take about an hour and a half. But we do have a thermometer in it. When the inside temperature of the meat gets to 165, we're done with it. And then we're going to take it out, put it in the fridge, and chill it down. After it's chilled, then we can unmold it and we can slice it up. Okay, just give the top a quick little turn to find the notch. There's the notch, there's a spring, and yeah, it does have water on it, so I'm going to pour that off. It's got quite a bit of water actually. And the meat's coming out with the spring, which is fine. There we go. So I'm going to dry it up a bit. Oh, it smells awesome. Get the meat off of the spring. All that can go in the dishwasher. And we'll cut it in half. So there we go, there's inside of our ham. Oh, it smells great. And I'm going to trim this edge off. Give it a taste. That is really good. So I'm going to clean up this. Get our slicer out, and we'll slice it up. Alright, we got some ham on the slicer, I think I got it set fairly thin. We'll kick it on and try a slice. See if I can go a little thinner. There we go. Pretty good pile of ham. That's what it looks like. We'll give it a taste. We got some pieces here that are too thin to cut. That's good. You could put honey in it. You could put garlic, onion powder, whatever you want. Yep. Makes a pretty good pile of lunch meat from a pork tenderloin. It's fully cured, fully cooked. And I'm going to make myself a big sub sandwich for the football game tomorrow with it. So I hope you appreciate watching this video. Hope it was fun. And I'll see you guys next time.